The 2025 NFL Draft hasn't even arrived yet, but the Detroit Lions scouts are probably already circling a name in red ink. Mike Green, the edge rusher who dominated in 2024 with 17 sacks and is now shining at the Senior Bowl. With uncertainties at the pass rusher position, could he be the ideal solution to play alongside Aiden Hutchinson? And if you think that's the only bombshell involving the Lions, hold on. A new revelation about Ben Johnson is making waves among fans. It turns out his departure was even worse than many imagined. Don't miss a single detail, and be sure to leave a like to show your support. The 2025 NFL Draft is already heating up with preseason events, and one name the Detroit Lions need to keep on their radar is Mike Green, the edge rusher from Marshall. This guy was an absolute force in 2024, leading the FBS with 17 sacks and now drawing even more attention at the Senior Bowl. During one of the practices, he had one of those jaw-dropping moments, completely overpowering a blocker in a one-on-one rep. You can bet the Lions scouts were paying close attention. Detroit heads into the offseason with some questions at the pass rusher position. Aiden Hutchinson is the only sure thing in the group, while Zadarius Smith, despite still being under contract, is knocking on the door of 33 years old, and his return is not guaranteed. Even if Smith stays, the team needs more depth and a long-term solution to pair with Hutchinson. That's where Green could be a perfect fit. Analyst Ryan Fowler from the Draft Network highlighted that Green has the potential to make an immediate impact. According to him, besides being highly productive, the Marshall pass rusher has an athletic profile that could make him a valuable piece in any creative defensive scheme. Basically, he's the type of player who can wreak havoc in multiple ways. If the Lions manage to draft him, Green could start as a rotational piece before taking on a bigger role in the defense. He is currently projected to go late in the first or early in the second round, right in the range of Detroit's 28th pick. But with nearly 3 months until the draft, if he keeps impressing, his stock could rise even further, and the Lions might have to trade up if they truly want him. So, will the Lions take a chance on Green to bolster their defense? Drop your opinion in the comments. But now, hold on. If fans were already upset with Ben Johnson, the latest news could make things even worse. The saga between Ben Johnson and the Lions fan base just got another chapter, and this time it was Dennis Allen who threw gasoline on the fire. After the divisional round loss to the Commanders, Johnson's departure to become the Bears' head coach had already left many in Detroit furious. But now, a new revelation has only fueled the resentment. It was already bad enough that Johnson might not have been 100% focused on the game against Washington due to his head coaching interviews. It was already bad enough that he left directly for a division rival. It was already bad enough that he took 2 Lions assistants with him to Chicago. But now, Dennis Allen drops this bomb. Johnson reached out to him about the possibility of working together before the Lions' season had even ended. Allen, who ended up being hired as the Bears' defensive coordinator, revealed that Johnson contacted him as we got to the end of the season to gauge his interest. Sure, these types of conversations happen behind the scenes in the NFL all the time, but for Detroit fans, this only worsens the feeling that Johnson's mind was already elsewhere while the Lions were fighting for a Super Bowl spot. The frustration among fans had already been growing when rumors surfaced that Johnson had been interested in the Bears' job since last year. Now, Allen's revelation only strengthens the belief that Johnson was already planning his exit while the Lions were still alive in the playoffs. For Detroit, in the end, things turned out relatively well, as the team was able to promote Kelvin Shepard to defensive coordinator after Aaron Glenn's departure. But the way everything unfolded only added to the wall of hatred many Lions fans have built against their former offensive coordinator. Ben Johnson's departure was already hard to swallow, but now it's clear he was thinking about the Bears before the playoffs even ended. This only reinforces the sense of betrayal among Lions fans. Now, Kelvin Shepard has the task of turning the page and keeping Detroit competitive. And if you want to stay updated on everything about the Lions and the draft, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates.